For many years now, I have suggested that quantum consciousness is the best explanation for life. Once again, the most elegant, simplest explanation for life is quantum consciousness. And I have said that for many years. And I have also given examples like life on our planet begins with photosynthesis, which is a quantum process. So, photosynthesis is a quantum process. And some of the principles that are involved in photosynthesis include, and I'm looking at my notes here, number one, a quantum superposition. When photons are absorbed by chlorophyll molecules, the energy is distributed across multiple electronic states in a phenomenon known as superposition. More on this in a moment. This allows the energy to simultaneously explore multiple pathways to reach the reaction center, multiple pathways. Quantum coherence experiments have shown that energy transfer in photosynthetic systems occurs via wave-like mechanisms, maintaining quantum coherence for hundreds of femtoseconds, even at physiological temperatures. Wow. This coherence ensures near-perfect energy transfer by enabling excitons, energy carriers, to sample multiple pathways simultaneously. Sample multiple pathways simultaneously. A kind of omniscience, okay? Superposition is omnipresence. Environmentally assisted energy transfer, vibrational modes within the protein matrix surrounding chlorophyll molecules play a crucial role in maintaining coherence and guiding energy transfer. These vibrations help overcome energy barriers and stabilize charge separation at reaction center. Okay, so vibration, like virtual particles vibrating, going on and off. And then loss-free energy transport, specific regions of the light spectrum absorbed by chlorophyll exhibit quantum coupling between electronic states, facilitating nearly loss-free transport of an excitation within and between molecules. So there you are. These are principles of photosynthesis. And so plants make sugars out of the energy of the sun, basically photons. And then, of course, plants are eaten by animals, and animals eat other animals, and all along the food chain, life begins with photosynthesis. So, is that how life began? Not really, because something came before photosynthesis. And that is what? What came before photosynthesis? What came before photosynthesis is microorganisms, right? Germs, bacteria, etc., which of course also create what is called the microbiome. And then a plant thrives on the microbiome. So microorganisms came before biological organisms like plants, and plants came before other biological organisms. So microorganisms, how do microorganisms contain genes, right? Genes are stretches of DNA that code for a protein. So think of DNA as, or the nucleotides as the alphabet of life, and then DNA is the code for the proteins. Okay, so proteins, of course, basic structures in our body, And from proteins, you can derive carbohydrates and lipids and everything, because proteins are also enzymes. So, how about DNA? How about quantum processes in fundamental biological and prebiotic processes? Prebiotic processes. And this is very interesting too, because quantum tunneling in DNA can lead to mutations influencing evolution and genetic variation. Quantum tunneling also contributes to chemical reactions vital for probiotic chemistry, such as those in stellar interiors and planetary environments. And then quantum coherence processes like photosynthesis and enzyme action rely on quantum coherence, optimizing energy transfer and molecular interactions. This suggests that early life would have harnessed quantum dynamics to thrive. And then prebiotic chemistry, quantum phenomena like tunneling and coherence facilitate the formation of complex organic molecules, serving as the foundation of life. So these mechanisms imply that quantum effects were integral to the origin and evolution of life. So far, whatever I've said is science. Okay. So let's focus on a couple of these processes. Tunneling and going beyond barriers that are supposedly impenetrable. Coherence, which means entanglement. Everything is simultaneously connected or correlated with everything else, also called non-local correlation. Superposition, infinite possibilities for appearance of particles, etc., etc. So actually, superposition implies omnipresence, tunneling implies crossing barriers, coherence implies interconnectedness. So you can see slowly there's omnipresence, omnipotence, the transfer of energy from the sun and the stars and the universe, omnipotence, and omniscience, the knowledge is there in the information to create life. And so, what could that be? And replace the word particle with the word experience. And then replace the word quantum. Quantum is the smallest indivisible unit for in which waves of energy and information are emitted or absorbed. So quantum of light is a photon, quantum of electricity, electron, quantum of gravity, so-called virtual graviton, etc. But quanta are also models that are dependent on modes of knowing and experience in human consciousness. So quanta are experienced as qualia. Okay, and qualia are the smallest indivisible units of not only energy and information, but of experience. Superposition is not only of particles, it's of superposition of modes of knowing and experience. Okay, so now we have a perfect model of quantum consciousness as giving rise to all of life on this planet. And that begins with microorganisms. And on planet, these microorganisms evolved. On our planet, these microorganisms evolved around 3.8 billion years ago on the rims of volcanoes. And we all have a common ancestor called Luca, last something common ancestor. Luca is the name given to that. One of the other technical names is chemolithoautotrophic hyperthermophiles, kind of a wordy word. Chemolithoautotrophic hyperthermophiles. Chemo means chemical, litho, rocks, lith, autotrophic, reproducing, thermophiles living on the rims of volcanoes. All started with quantum consciousness using particles of light. Let there be light, and there was life. This is how quantum consciousness creates life. If you find this interesting, let me know and do share it with others if you think they'll enjoy it too. And once again, thank you for indulging me.